Hi everyone, I'm Lisa. Welcome to your practice. Today we'll optionally use 2 blocks and a blanket, and we're gonna start on our backs. I'm gonna put my head on my blanket just for a little bit of support under my neck. So just come on down, keep your knees bent as you lay down, and just let your feet, either you can bring your feet wide and let your knees fall together, or if you feel open, depending on what time it is, you can bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart if your hips are ready for that. And if you want, you can always slide blocks underneath your thighs for support. And let your eyes close down. Give yourself a few deep breaths just to come into balance with the breathing. Just settle in, soften your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And take a few moments to shift not only physically onto your mat and into your shape that you chose to start in, but also mentally. Sometimes it takes us a little time to get there. So give yourselves a few deep breaths, maybe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Always feels like that's a good cleansing sort of breath, to breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. Give yourself the opportunity to start by stopping. I like to enter and exit the practice kind of in the same way, with as much mindfulness as I can. So start to draw inward. Feel the rise and fall of your abdomen. And also on the inhale, feel that expansion, feel the back of your body also press down into your mat. Ride your breath sort of like a little wave as you inhale, not necessarily interrupting the breath, but just going from belly to ribs to chest, feeling that rise, gradually expanding. And then exhaling down the back body like a waterfall, releasing. And find your own cadence to your breath. And just follow the rhythm. And just take a few more moments without rush and without force. Tap in. Find your fullest breath yet. As you inhale, ride that wave all the way up to your chest. And when you get to the top, just hold. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, fill up, expand. Hold at the top. Exhale, let it go. And just one more together like that. Inhale. Pause at the top. And exhale. And then from here, we'll all just draw the knees in and up, depending on where they were. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Just feel the sacrum broaden, low back gets nice and wide. And just find a little movement there. And from here, you're gonna drop all the way over onto your left. So I'm gonna give you an option. So you could just drop your knees to the left. We're gonna keep it kind of loose this time. So you can also roll all the way onto your left side. But all we're gonna do is stack the knees, generally stacked. They don't have to literally be stacked, but just taking a moment to make a couple of circles with that right arm. So I personally like to stretch out first through my right side. I'm gonna give you a little freedom with movement here. So within the structure of this sort of twist, this pose that we do all the time, find a little freedom in that right arm, right shoulder, right side. So you're just finding some circles. You can move your head and your neck with your arm. Your arm bone is also moving within the socket, so you're not just going in one direction and one shape. You can also bend that right elbow. Just take your time and gradually open up into that right side. Use your breath to guide you. Maybe just close your eyes and feel into the space that you're creating in that right side. You can go as fast or slow as feels good. We're just gonna take a couple more. And on your next full circle, just open your right arm up to the right and reach it out. And find some more length in your low back. That right knee might lift away from your left knee, that's okay. Just find some space across the chest, across the collarbones. Maybe press that left arm down, sort of push the floor away, rotate the right ribs just a little bit further. And come on back to center. So just center your hips. And again, just hug them in, hug the knees in. And rock it out just a little bit side to side here. And we'll switch sides. So just option, drop your knees over to the right, or you can roll all the way over. And just start by extending, reaching through that left arm. Just let the right arm be. I like to turn my palm to my left palm face down as I reach. Find some stretch through that left side. Maybe lift, elevate from the chest, lengthen through the side, and then make your circle. So just start in whatever direction feels good with that left arm. It's allowing the arm bone to rotate, allowing your breath to be steady. Find a little, maybe a little more creativity, a little more flowing movement here. So not being strict and rigid in your alignment or your movement. Maybe feeling that each round opens you up a little more. You can rotate those left ribs a little bit more. And it's okay if the left shoulder does not come all the way down to the floor. Take a couple more. Explore where you are in your body today. And when you feel ready, just open out into that twist. Find space. Bring your breath high into your chest. Lift and lengthen through the chest. Extend through the low back. Expand across the collarbones. Continue to ride the wave of the breath as you established on your back. Take one more here. And then come on back up Hug your knees back in yet again. Again, just rock side to side. From here, option to take a happy baby. If you're ready and feel open and want to grab your feet, go for it. You can also grab ankles, shins, or behind the thighs, but you're just kicking those heels up, bringing your knees a little wider than your chest. You can be still or you can rock, pulling your toes down towards your shins. Explore what happens when you send the tailbone down into the floor. Notice how the low back might lift a little bit. Explore what happens when you curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling, feeling the core engage a little more flexion in the spine. Find a happy medium between the two. Maybe start to bend and straighten through the knees and just kick out one at a time, like you're walking out your happy baby. Explore where your hamstrings are in this moment. Your hips, your low back. Couple more breaths. And just come on back through center when you're ready. Draw your knees back into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. And just plant your feet down about hips distance. Maybe crawl your fingertips towards the heels just to feel where your feet are in space. Setting up for a bridge pose. Take a moment to kind of scoot your shoulder blades underneath you. Squeeze your glutes. Press down, inhale, and exhale, squeeze as you lift. Just open up through the front body. Don't make this the most massive, biggest bridge you've ever experienced, but just a way to feel from the knees all the way up through the front body to lengthen. Activate through the back body. Take another deep breath. And then slowly release all the way down to the floor. We'll hug our knees back in, give them a squeeze. And you can grab behind your knee or behind your thighs if you want. We're just gonna take a moment to rock and roll a few times. So you can roll up, round the spine as you rock back. And just starting to engage the core, taking your time, finding a little bit of, little more effort here. And eventually, we're just gonna roll all the way up, cross the shins, and come onto your hands and knees. And if you have knee sensitivity, you can use a blanket under your knees like I'm going to, because we will be doing some low lunges. So just set yourself up here, spread your fingers nice and wide. Take some free-form movement here. So just spread out, root down through the index and thumb, reach through those fingers and press into the index knuckles, and then grab the mat with your fingertips like you're grabbing a rounded surface, and you're just gonna move freely. You can go through cat-cow. You can go through circling the pelvis side to side. Just close your eyes. Don't worry about what it looks like. Focus on sensation. Focus on your breathing. Check in with your feet all the way up through the hips and low back. Fingertips all the way up through your arms, your shoulders, your head, your neck. Take a few more of whatever it is you are doing. Good. And then from here, if your toes are pointed, we're gonna curl the toes under. Now, if you have knee sensitivity, you could use a block and sit on a block, or you could slide a blanket behind your knees, but we're gonna sit up onto our heels and get those pinky toes to tuck under too. You might need a little assist. So take a moment to feel that you're hugging the midline here. Sit up tall, hug your low ribs in, and just find a couple of breaths in this pose. Relax your face. Maybe just close your eyes and tap in. From here, inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, easy cactus. Glide the shoulder blades down your back. Scoop the back of the heart forward. Bring your hands to your heart. I'm going to face the camera to show you. We're going to inhale, reach. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right arm under and over to the left, left arm over to the right, and you're going to reach them in opposite directions. Really reach. And then switch. Just bring the left to the right, right reaches to the left, reach them in opposite directions. And switch and reach. And switch and reach. And switch and reach. Good. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, interlace your fingers, bring your palms to your heart. If you need to come out of this, go for it. That's okay if your toes are talking to you. Inhale into your hands. Invert your palms, exhale, press and round, scoop your hips underneath you. Inhale, reach up like you're doing a cow pose. Curl the heart up, exhale, round, broaden and curl in. Inhale, extend. Exhale to curl. Inhale, extend, just a couple more. Exhale to curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale and curl, and then inhale, come up. Exhale, cactus and glide. I know, for 3, stick with it if you can. For 2, and hands to your heart. Good job. Come on out of it. Tap those toes out. Whoo, yeah. Maybe roll out the ankles. Maybe stretch out through the backs of your knees. Do what you need to do here to come back into a neutral and just feeling good. And then we'll meet in down dog. So just when you're ready, curl your toes under, set up your hands, and lift up and back. And in your down dog, take some movement here. So just walk it out, side to side, really reach through the arms, drive through the hands. Connect the palms, or the knuckles of the palms rather. And notice how bending the knees might change the shift of the pelvis, the tilt of the pelvis, so you can get longer through the spine. Press into the big toes, drive through the arm bones, reaching long overhead. Take a couple breaths in still dog. Hug the low ribs in, let your neck go. And then lift your heels high, and you're gonna sort of shift your heels over to the left, and you're gonna let that right heel drop down like it's in like a warrior 1, and let the left knee bend. So my left ribs and left thigh are close, and I'm just dropping that left hip down so I can stretch through the right side. Maybe tent the right fingertips and get longer as you reach. Push into that right foot. Feeling the outer lining of the right leg. If the fingertips are tented, plant the palm down. Come back to center, lift the heels, inhale. Exhale, drop the heels, just swivel them over towards the right and let that left heel drop down as the right knee bends. So the ball of my right foot is down and I'm pushing up and back. My right knee is sort of pointing towards my right armpit. And just reaching through that left arm, maybe tenting the left fingertips and feeling that line of energy all the way through the outer left leg. And come on back, plant the palm. Inhale, lift the heels high. And exhale, tiptoe your feet forward to the top of your mat. Maybe have blocks handy. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold, release your head. Keep your knees soft here. Inhale again to lengthen, curl the hips back behind you. Exhale, fold, release your head. Keep the knees soft. And one more time, inhale. Come up so high that your shoulders and hips are in the same plane. Exhale, fold, and let your head Go, push the floor away, squeeze the glutes. Allow yourself to just roll up the spine, really slow. Once you come up, inhale, reach, push the floor away, spin your inner thighs back. Exhale, cactus, glide the shoulder blades together and down. Hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Another breath in. And exhale, simply just fold. Bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands and step to plank pose. So just step one foot back at a time. Option to drop your knees, pull your chest forward, inhale. Soften the knees, press up and back, down dog, exhale. Immediately lift your heels. You're gonna ripple your spine forward like you're coming through cat pose. Segment the spine, broaden, protract in the upper back, pull the heart through, inhale. Drop your knees as you exhale, cow pose. Scoop the hips back, heart forward. Press your hips to your heels. Keep the toes curled under. Keep driving through your hands. Start to round your spine. Lift your knees. Press up and back, down dog. Lift the heels. Inhale, segment your spine. Round forward. Come through to plank. Pull the chest through. Strong legs. Drop your knees. Inhale, cow pose. Hips to heels. Round your spine, drive through the hands, float the knees, lift up and back, down dog. One more time. Lift the heels, round your spine forward, slow motion. Pull your chest through when you get there. Drop your knees. Inhale, cow pose, chest moves forward, tailbone back. Tuck the toes, hips to heels, start to round as you press up, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Tiptoe your feet to your hands. Step forward, come into your halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen from the crown to the tailbone. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, bend the knees, push the floor away, squeeze your glutes as you rise, open. Exhale, cactus, glide. Feel the shoulder blades sort of lift the back of your heart. And then hands come together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale here. And exhale, fold. Soften your knees as you fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with your left foot and keep your left knee lifted. I like to use blocks here to elevate my chest. It's totally up to you. We want to be nice and high. So let that right hip get heavy, hug it in, feel the big toe in the left foot, and you're gonna keep the same plane, so you're not gonna lift and lower your hips, but you're just gonna shift forward and back over that left big toe. So just keep the chest wide, keep breathing, keep squeezing your left glutes, keep your neck long, finding some space here and some strength. Keep breathing for 3, for 2. Find stillness, get nice and long, reach the right knee forward and the left heel back like you're trying to rip the mat apart. And then drop your left knee down, come into your Arda, Hanumanasana, half split. So straighten that right leg forward. Maybe a little softness behind the right knee. Again, notice how the pelvis can tilt a little more forward as you do that. Drop your chin towards your chest, keep the back of the neck long. Try not to crush the front of the throat either, so keep that relaxed. Scoop the hips back behind you, dig that right heel down. Take one more breath. Rebend your right knee. Keep your left toes curled under. Come up, Untitled. And just find this, first Untitled. Find some freedom here. Maybe drop into your right hip, squeeze your glutes, hug the midline. Maybe lift up and out of it. Whatever feels good, just take a couple of moments here. Do whatever you want with your arms. Create some space in the breath. Let's take one more. And then we're going to reach the arms forward. Stabilize from the lower half. You're going to take the back of the right hand to the inner right knee so they can press against each other and resist each other. Reach the left arm up and rotate back like you're making one of those giant circles, and just reach, 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 and then we're going to rotate it forward. This time we're going to reach it forward, up, and over to the right. So now you're getting a side stretch, but you're going to reach the arms in opposition of one another. So right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches over, and then stretch them apart and breathe and hold there for 3, for 2, and 1. Left hand makes that circle. Just complete the circle and come back down. Right hand comes down. Lift the back knee up. Come into a wide pyramid, so modified pyramid. So if you like, you can spike the back heel up or you can drop it down. It's totally up to you. Same thing with the front foot. You can pull the front toes up or keep the front foot flat. It's completely your choice, but find some length in the spine. Relax the neck. Push into the feet wherever they are. Take another moment, another breath. Look forward, rebend that right knee. Soften the left knee a little bit, get heavy in the feet and rise up, shoulders over hips, come into your high lunge, press into that left big toe, scoop the hips underneath you. Again, find some space here. So notice if you're trying to drag those shoulders down, let them lift with the arms, reaching through the fingers, pulling the heart up, drawing the low ribs in. Maybe driving that back heel a little further away as you reach the front knee, get heavier in the right hip. Take another big breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms, pull the chest through, glide the shoulder blades down, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Reach the arms up, or option to keep the hands where they are. We're gonna straighten that front knee, squeeze those inner thighs, and spin halfway to the left. Kick the heels out so the edges of your feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat. Just inhale, stretch tall, squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward. Exhale, arms out wide as you fold into your Prasarita. Take a moment here. Just hinging from your hips, releasing the neck, scooping the hips up and back, spinning those inner thighs back behind you. Inhale, find length. Now you may want to block here. I'm going to use a block. I'm going to bend. Keep the toes pointing forward. You're just going to bend that left knee. Bend the left knee deep, keeping the right leg long, and you're gonna walk over towards that right foot. So my right hand is on the block, and my left hand is gonna come on top of it. So now I'm bending that left knee and I'm reaching back. As I reach forward through the left arm, let your head drop, find more space through that left side, keep driving through both feet. Soften the jaw. Take another deep breath. From here, all you're gonna do is lift up and out of it. Start to straighten that left knee, and you're just gonna come to the top of your mat. So I'm going the opposite direction because I switched. So basically, you're gonna step your back foot forward and fold, soft knees, let it go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, press down, rise up, push the floor away, squeeze your glutes, get big and tall as you stretch. Exhale, cactus and glide, bend the knees, squeeze the glutes, scoop the back of the heart forward, hands to heart, pause here, take a big inhale. Fold as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back. Pause in your lunge here. Take a moment. set it up so that you can find some height in the chest, pressure in the back big toe. Get your hips really stable, squeeze the left hip in. Almost think up dog in the chest, and then just start to do your shifting forward and back over that right big toe, almost like you're gonna roll over your right big toe. Really press it down. Use your hands for support, use your arms here. Keep squeezing that outer left hip. Keeping it strong for 3. Keep the breath for 2. Hug the low ribs in. Stay, pause, find stillness. Inhale, get long. Stretch your legs apart. Exhale, right knee comes down. Find your half split. Drive that left heel down. Pull your left toes up. Scoop your hips back. Maybe a little slack behind that left knee will help you find that rotation in the pelvis. And then drop in as you feel ready with a relaxed neck and jaw. Within each pose, find your freedom to move. So whatever works best for you might look different for me or someone else. So make it your own. Take one more breath here. And as you feel ready, rebend that left knee. And pause, rise up, Untitled, sweep the arms. So again, just find your expression of this pose for a few moments. Any movement or stillness, just let it feel right as you come into it slowly and gradually. Let it change over the course of the breaths. If it needs to, hug the low ribs in. Drive that left foot down, lift up a little higher, inhale. Good. And then exhale, bring your arms forward, bring the back of the left hand to the inner left leg. And use that to resist so that left knee doesn't drop in. Keep pointing it straight ahead. And you're just gonna make one rotation with that right arm and allow the arm bone to move. You're gonna reach those arms apart and then come back forward. Reach the right arm forward, inhale. And this time, thumb facing back, reach it up. And then over to the left, roll that right pinky finger down as you reach the arms away from one another. And breathe for 3. For 2. And 1, complete that rotation with the right arm until it lands forward on your block. Left hand lands, lift the back knee, come into your modified pyramid pose. Scoop the hips back, send the chest forward, drive into those feet. Hug the midline here. Take another moment, take another breath. Make it your own. Rebend your left knee. Maybe soften the back knee a little bit, push the floor away. Get your shoulders over your hips. And if you tend to lay in your low back like this, soften the back knee even more so you can scoop the hips underneath you and then rise into your high lunge. You can straighten the back knee any amount as long as it doesn't compromise the pelvis and the low back. So get heavy in that left hip, get strong in the right leg, reach the left knee and right heel kind of away from each other. Soften your jaw, get nice and tall, inhale. Exhale, cactus and glide, scooping the heart through. Hands, hands to your heart. Either stay here or reach the arms up. Straighten that front knee, squeeze the inner thighs. And then pivot halfway to your right. Inhale, send those hips forward, squeeze the glutes, open the front body. Exhale, forward fold from the hips as we hinge. Scoop the hips back behind you. Find that length through your sides as before you fold. And you're feeling as if the crown of your head and your tailbone are reaching in opposite directions here. Lean into it a little bit. Soften the knees if you need to and allow the hips to scoop up and back. Push the floor away with the feet. Releasing the neck. Take one more breath like this. Good. From here, we're going to keep the feet as they are. Just bend the right knee and keep the left leg straight. Now I'm going to use a block here. I'm going to walk my hands over towards the left. And I'm going to bring my left hand down first, my right hand on top. So I'm going to really feel my right knee driving in opposition of my right arm. Feel that length through the right side. Let your head drop down. Stretch and breathe. Drive through both feet. Take one more moment there. And just use that back knee as like a little springboard. Start to straighten it and pivot to the top of your mat and step your back foot forward to meet the front and fold. Inhale halfway, pull the chest through. Exhale, fold, let the head go. Soften the knees, press the floor away, come all the way up, round the spine, squeeze the glutes. Reach. Exhale, cactus and glide. Hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Little more to pace. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps back. Inhale here, find space. Exhale, left knee drops. Come into your half Hanuman. Right foot forward, pull the chest through. Fold over the right leg, pause and take a breath. Rebend the right knee, Untitled, rise up. Take a breath here. Reach the arms forward. Bring the right arm inside. This time we're just going to go right into that side stretch. Left arm reaches over the left ear. Reach the right arm, let it slide forward as you reach the left arm to the right. Take one more breath there. Exhale, complete a rotation. Bring the left hand down, right hand down, back knee lifts. Come into your two straight legs. Whatever version feels good for you can also come into pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the gaze, bend the right knee. High lunge. Reach the arms up, scoop the hips underneath you, find your space, find your balance, your foundation. Exhale, cactus the arms. Feel the shoulder blades scoop the back of the heart forward. Either hands to your heart or arms reach up. Straighten the front knee, inhale. Exhale, prasarita. Take a moment to get here. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold in half. Find a breath here. Pull the chest forward. Scoop the hips back. From here, bend the left knee, reach the left arm over to the right, walk the right arm, reach. Seal those feet, drive them down. This time we're going to come back to center. Kick the heels in, toes out. Take a moment here in your temple pose. You may need to shorten the stance between your feet. Use your hands to your thighs and drop your hips a little lower. And just find your stance first. Squeeze your glutes. Use your glutes to drive your knees open. Bring your hands to your heart. And just hold, soften the face for 3. For 2. And 1, straighten the knees, kick the heels out. One more time, fold forward, prasarita, hands down, head releases. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Pivot to the top of your mat, step your back foot forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, round your spine, push the floor away, roll all the way up, reach. Exhale, cactus, glide. Lengthen the front body, hands to your heart. Inhale there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back. Find your lunge, pull the chest through, squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale, right knee drops down, half split. Left leg forward, pull the toes up. Take a moment here, lengthen as you breathe in. Exhale, rebend, Untitled arms sweep up. Press down as you lift up, inhale. Scoop the hips under, reach your arms forward. Left hand inside, press and resist. And then reach that top right arm up and over to the left. That left arm might slide forward, that's fine. Reach the right arm in opposition, stretch them apart and breathe here. And then complete that rotation with the right arm until it lands forward, back knee lifts, 2 straight legs or pyramid pose. Take a deep breath. Rebend your left. Soften in the right, rise up, high lunge. Inhale, settle. Be there for the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus, glide. Pull the chest through, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. And then hands to heart or arms up, straighten that front knee, push into the big toe, squeeze the inner thighs. Pivot halfway to the right. Prasarita, inhale, just grow tall first. Exhale, fold, press down through the feet, drive through the feet, and reach the tailbone up. Don't be afraid to bend your knees if that feels better for your pelvis. Inhale, lift the gaze, look forward. Bend your right knee, so just keeping the feet as they are, walking your hands to the left. And as you reach through the right arm, maybe a little further ahead of the left, bend that right knee. Let your neck relax. Take a deep breath. This time again, come back to center through Prasarita. Click the heels in, toes out, rise into your temple. Again, just start with your hands on your thighs here and curl your chest up and maybe a little swivel here so you feel where you are in your feet and your hips. Just settle for a moment, squeeze your glutes to drive your knees out. Take your time to get as low as you feel comfortable maintaining and then reach your arms up. Similar to what we did in the beginning, inhale here. As you exhale, right arm under and to the left, left arm over and to the right. Reach them in opposite directions. Keep the lower half stable. Inhale through a T. Exhale, switch. Take a breath. And then we'll flow through a T and switch. T and switch. T and switch. T, one more round and switch. Last time, T and switch. And then come to a T, stand up, make a star shape. So just reach out, push the floor away, inhale, and come back through Prasarita. So heels out and fold. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, lift your heart. And pivot back to the top of your mat. Step your back foot forward and fold. In this forward fold, just take a moment to bring your feet a little bit wider. Soften your knees and maybe find a ragdoll. And just let your thighs and your ribs be fairly close. Maybe they're touching. Bend your knees any amount. Really release the low back. Let the spine traction out. If you have a bind here, just release the hands, inhale, halfway, lengthen. And fold, exhale, round the spine, push the floor away, squeeze your glutes, come all the way up, open up, get big. Last time, exhale, cactus. Just hold this cactus for another moment. Draw the low ribs in. Feel the shoulder blades. Really press the heart forward. Inhale. And hands to heart. Exhale. Close your eyes. Stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. And then open your eyes from here. All we're going to do is sit down. Nothing fancy. So we're just gonna sit down, grab a block, take it with you, and we're gonna lay on our back. I like something under my head. And we're gonna come into a supported bridge pose. So just slide that block right under your sacrum, low, middle, high, whatever feels good. I just want you to feel really supported, really stable in your supported bridge. And then close your eyes. And I like to bring the block a little forward so that the back of my pelvis can sort of hang off the block. So I can allow my hips to tilt back a little bit. That feels really good to me. So just explore again what feels best. Just take a couple moments finding stillness here. Transition, just bring that right knee into your chest, maybe give it a squeeze. Option to keep the left as it is or straighten the left leg forward, but keep driving the left heel down. I like to keep my left knee a little bit soft. And as you reach through the left, pull the right in, make some space between the two. Keep allowing your hips to fall back in space over the edge of the block. Walk the left foot in if you extended. Bring the right foot down to meet it. Take a breath through center, just supported bridge. And bring that left knee in, just gonna switch. Maybe if you did on the other side, extend the right, dig the right heel down, but keep a little softness behind your right knee as you reach the legs away from each other. Try to let the back soften. Try to let the hips fall back over the edge of the block. Take one more breath here. And just first, you're gonna walk that right foot in and bring the left foot to meet it one more time. Just big breath, finding neutral in that supported bridge. And when you're ready, make sure you feel supported. Float your knees above your hips and gently extend your legs up. Keep, again, softness behind the knees, softness in the feet. Something I like to do here to sort of release any tension in my sacrum is bring my legs a little further apart from each other and swivel my hips. So you're just sort of swiveling a little side to side, almost like you're crunching your side waist. And just like sweeping your pelvis right to left. And just whenever you feel satisfied with that, just find center again. And soften the knees and just be here for a few breaths. Just let your feet float. Taking pressure off the feet and legs. Soften your face and jaw. Come back to the breath. Option to stay just as you are, or if for a few breaths you want to draw the legs closer to your face, almost like an upside down forward fold, you can do so. Wherever you are, just bring your hips back to the block. And soften your knees, let your feet dangle right above the floor there. Place one foot down at a time with ease. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, and just gently remove the block, but keep your hips lifted for a moment. And as you're here, I want you to let your hips drop just to hover above your mat, and then release the glutes and shake your butt. No one's looking, so just close your eyes. I want you to really soften your butt and just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then let your hips land. And just walk your feet out wide. Take a few windshield wipers side to side. Close your eyes. Soften here. Release any residual tension. Any hanging on through the hips and the low back, inner thighs. And then from here, one more time, just find a happy baby. You could start by hugging your knees in. I just want you to feel for the difference between maybe this happy baby and the one at the beginning of your practice. Take it slow. Again, you don't have to have your feet. Make it work for you. Take 3 deep breaths. Baby, and set yourself up for a really comfy, cozy Shavasana. Maybe you can bring a block under your head and a blanket or a bolster under your knees for support, allowing your low back and your psoas to release and soften. Let your arms go. Just let your ankles fall apart from each other. Whatever position you're in, you could even do legs up the wall or up your chair, couch. Close your eyes. Just one more mindful breath together. Inhale through your nose. Cleansing exhale. Allowing your mind and body to rest. And allowing your breath just to be. Soften and release. No effort. If you have time to spend here, I suggest think about 5 minutes or more if you can. And this is where I'll leave you for now. Thank you for joining me. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be here with you today. Peace.